Hello, welcome to another video where I'm going to make something in my kitchen and it will probably go wrong. If you can hear a weird noise in the background, it's because my fridge chose this exact moment to turn on and it's really noisy. I probably need to get a new one. Anyway, I'm going to be making rum truffles. I've never made this before. I've had them many times. My mum used to make them when I was younger at Christmas time, but I'm going to make them this year. Basically, it's in this really old recipe book. Well, I say recipe book. It's actually a notebook full of recipes that my mum made. So I'm going to get on with it. Everything is in ounces because it's an old book. So if you're used to doing things in grams or cups or whatever, you just have to convert. So the first thing on the list, as I'm just looking down here reading, it's falling apart. I've lost the back page here. Right, so the first thing on the list is 2 ounces of butter. So I've got my butter here, 2 ounces of butter. I don't normally buy butter. I normally have flour or something, but it says butter. Second thing on the list is plain chocolate. So I've got my plain chocolate, which you may notice is actually already open. Yeah, I've got another one which isn't open. I couldn't help myself. I bought this stuff yesterday to make the video yesterday and I didn't make it. I just ended up playing Minecraft and eating chocolate. Anyway, and some rum. 1 ounce of fine cake crumbs. So I've got some Madeira cake, so I need to crumble that up to get some crumbs out of it. 2 egg yolks. Where are my eggs? I've got my eggs here. I need to get the egg yolks. So I need to basically just get the yolks and not the whites, which I've not done before, but I've seen it done like a million times. 8 ounces of sifted icing flour. Got some icing flour. I don't think I own a sieve. I don't. Oh well, never mind. And 1 ounce of ground almonds. I've got my almonds here. I'm going to grind them up to turn them into a nice powder. The actual recipe is only that bit there, so it's not that long. This is all something else. And so it shouldn't take long. I was thinking, it's only take a little while. I'll make the video quickly, edit it, bash it out, job done. And I was reading through it just before I turned the camera on, and I've got to wait an hour and a half for it to cool down after the heating stage. So yeah, that's taken a bit longer. So if I point the camera at the clock, you can see it is it's 25 to 6 in the evening. So I don't know what time I'll be able to get this video out. Hopefully I'll get it out today. Right, so first of all I need to measure everything. Right, I'm going to put my butter into this bowl. Okay, that's on 0. So, butter! This video is not sponsored by Country Life. 2 ounces, so... Okay, so I really don't need much at all. .1, that'll do, that's close enough. Right, and then I need, for my next thing, I will need my chocolate. This video is not sponsored by Cadbury. So I need 4 ounces of plain chocolate. So I'm going to reset this. I love chocolate. I'm mildly addicted to chocolate. I'm not as bad as I used to be. I just used up the rest of the packet what I hadn't eaten, so it's 4.4. It's a little bit over, but this is just a rough guide. So next on my list, what have I got? So I've put the butter in a basin with chocolate, stand it over a saucepan of hot water, stirring occasionally until both have melted. Haven't actually melted chocolate in ages. I've done it before as a child. This bowl is too big. Well, it might work. Really, what I'm trying to do, I want the saucepan of water, and then they basically boils up the water and steams it, and then the chocolate melts. Ideally, I'd have it in that is not really ideal because the bowl's gone completely inside, but I'm working with what I have, okay? This isn't a proper cookery channel. If you want a proper cookery video, go to a proper cookery channel. This is just me putting things together and hoping for the best and hoping that I don't have an epic disaster. I put the bowl in and it's floating. I'm just going to top a bit up a bit more. Oh, don't want the water to go in the bowl. Don't want too much, otherwise it could boil over. That'll do, that should be enough. But it's quite heavy. Now I'm going to have to move because I don't have a camera on there. There we go. The move. Oh. Let's position that. And I want it at a good angle so you can see what I'm doing, but I also need to be able to get here as well. Here's my wooden spoon. Yeah, don't ask what happened to that. It broke, so I've sanded it down to get rid of all the rough edge. It still works. I need some cake crumbs. So here is a Madeira cake. This video is not sponsored by Tesco's. So, what I'm going to use is my NutriBullet. So, I'm going to put that on there. So, I need 1 ounce of cake crumbs. So, basically, what that means is I need to put 1 ounce of cake in here. One ounce of cake is not a lot. This is all a lot lower quantities than I was expecting, but it's all good. I was going to say, if I needed a bigger blender, I can get a bigger blender, but there's not much in there really. Next I'm going to add in my almonds, and I need, how many almonds do I need? I've lost it. 1 ounce of almonds. Just a quick shot of that, it's melting away. That means I put too much water in. I did suspect I put too much water in. Anyway, it's starting to melt. I'm stirring it around so it's all nice consistency. 1 ounce of almonds. They're going everywhere. There we go. I went a little bit over, but it's fine. My water is boiling over. Anyway, let's... I've turned the heat off now on my chocolate because that's melted. I don't think any water went in the bowl, but yeah, it'd be a bit of a disaster if it did. I'm going to give this an extra quick stir. If some water went in, it's not the end of the world. I don't think too much went in, if any did at all. Next, so I put blah blah blah, stand in saucepan, hot water, stirring occasionally, add rum, egg yolks and mix well. I want 1 tablespoon of rum. There we go. That's all it's getting. This video is not sponsored by Bacardi. I need to get egg yolks. There are several ways of extracting the egg yolk from the egg whites. I am just going to crack it, do the do-do-do thing and hope for the best. First one was a complete disaster. I'm not actually going to show that on here. Just know what a disaster looks like and then imagine that for yourself. 1 egg yolk. Okay, that's 1 and almost 2 egg yolks. Didn't quite go according to plan. So I'm not an expert on separating egg yolks. I've seen it done. It's the first time I've actually ever tried doing it. Did not go well, and I can't even save the whites that I've got for a meringue because there's too much yolk in it. So that's what you can do. But yeah. Oh well, never mind. This video is not sponsored by Silver Spoon. 8 ounces of icing sugar. This is not a healthy thing. Although on the plus side, it is sort of mixing together nicely. So 8 ounces. Okay. I'm going to say that is a number approximately near 8 ounces, but probably not. I had no idea this had so much icing sugar in it. Probably should have measured out the icing sugar separately to start with instead of trying to just put it in and measure it at the same time. I think that would have worked a lot better if I'd done it like that. Am I in camera shot? Probably not. Right, that's all mixed up. Right, then I need to add in the cake crumbs and almonds. So the next thing to do is to let that cool down for an hour and a half. So it's just gone 6 o'clock, as you can see here. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean up my mess, edit the video so far, and I will see you again in an hour and a half. Over an hour and a half has passed, and it hasn't set. So I consulted my mother, who wrote the recipe, to find out what I'd done wrong. Because I kind of cocked up on the measurements of the icing sugar a little bit, she suggested putting some extra in. So I put two spoons of icing sugar in. Still hasn't set. So she's saying what I need to do, put it in the fridge. If that doesn't fix it, add in some more cake crumbs. And then hopefully that will fix it. But she's never had this problem. She's made this recipe loads of times and it's always worked every time. She doesn't understand why it isn't setting or what I've done wrong, but as you can see that it isn't setting at all. I'm supposed to be able to mould it into little balls at this stage. I can't mould that, so I'm going to put it in the fridge for a while. I'm going to finish editing the video up to this point, come back to it, and then hopefully I can do something with it. If I can't, I'll try in some more cake crumbs. That doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know why it's gone wrong. This should be an easy recipe. I know what the end result is supposed to be like. I didn't put enough rum in either because I don't own a tablespoon. I've only got dessert spoons, and that's not a dessert spoon. That's not a tablespoon. But I'm not really a big drinker anyway. So yeah, hopefully I can fix this. I'm gonna stick it in the fridge, and yeah, it's all gone a bit wrong. Look at the time. It has gone 9 o'clock. I was hoping to have this video posted by now, and I'm still trying to make the damn thing. It's been in the fridge. It is cold. It is cold. And look. Cold and not set. It's getting there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in some cake crumbs. I'm going to blend up a few more, add them in, mix it up, stick it back in the fridge, give it a little bit longer, and I don't know, it's just not working. Right, so I put me cake into my NutriBullet thing, and my blades. Everything's on the draining board. I wasn't expecting it to be used straight away. It hasn't properly dried yet, but that's fine. The water's on the outside bit, so it won't affect the cake. Right, so I'm going to blend that up. Just using this camera. Yeah, that camera isn't active right now. I might reactivate it at the end when I finally get it to set. There we go, nice powder. And stick this in. It is cold. It's so it should have set. With all these extra cake crumbs, it should really make it to set. It's 10 o'clock, and I've taken it out of the fridge. I think it might be good. I was hoping to have this video posted by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It's 10 o'clock. I'm still making the damn thing. I wouldn't mind so much, but I'm going to all this effort, and this video is probably going to get a maximum of 10 views, and out of them, probably about half won't even make it to this point. I've got this camera back on now so you can see what I'm doing here. What I basically am going to do, I'm going to take the chocolate here, I'm going to mix it into a little bowl, dip it into this hot chocolate, then I'm going to put it into these things here, these what are they called, cake things, and then that will be that. I will have rum truffles with not enough rum, but as I said earlier, I'm not a big drinker. I'm going to, I was thinking of just moulding it all in my fingers, thinking that's going to get way too messy, so I'm going to try doing it in some spoons. I don't really know what the best technique is for this. Okay, as you can see, it hasn't properly sat. It still hasn't properly sat. Okay, I tried using the spoons and I still got stuff. See, when my mum made these, they come out as perfect spheres. And look, it just still hasn't properly set. It's been in the fridge for like the last hour. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to freeze it? Essentially, what I've made is a mousse. I've made a mousse. I haven't made rum truffles. I've made a mousse. A rum chocolate mousse. That's essentially what I've made. Yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point. It's been in the fridge for like ages. I'm not going to freeze it because it's not supposed to be frozen. But I mean, I've done one there, as you can see under this camera. I'll just make some more. I don't know what to do. I think essentially I failed because they're not supposed to be sticky. If it's done correctly, it won't go over your fingers. You can take out the little paper cup thing, cupcake holder thing, whatever they're called, and it's set. It's soft, yeah. It's not like hard like chocolate, but you can bite into it. You can break it open. You won't get sticky fingers. That's the point. When it's done properly, your fingers will remain clean. This is a complete disaster, and I don't know why. Because I followed the recipe, I tried to correct it. I don't know why it's gone wrong. I don't know what I'm going to do. This isn't working. Putting it into these. This isn't working. That isn't working at all. So what I'm going to do. Part of me is like freaking out that it's gone so horribly wrong. But part of me is thinking, it's a mousse. I just need like little mousse containers. And yeah. And then serve it like that. So instead of like just like a chocolate treat, it's supposed to be like like you pick chocolates out of a tin at Christmas. Everyone buys a tin chocolate at Christmas. It's that sort of thing. You're supposed to just pick one, eat it, and it's like that. You don't think anything more of it. This I'm going to have to put into little containers, I think, like little mousse pots. I don't have any, and maybe serve it as a dessert after a meal, because that's what it is. That's what I've made. I've made a rum truffle mousse. I'm going to end this video here. I mean, look, it's 10:10. This video was supposed to be up hours ago. I give up. I'm tired. It's late. I can't fix this. I don't know what to do. Yeah, okay, it's a mousse. It's a mousse. I've made a chocolate mousse. Right, well, thanks for watching this complete failure. Oh, I really wanted to show you how to do it correctly because I have fond memories of these things and they're really nice. But I mean, this just It's not supposed to move like that in your fingers. It's supposed to be just a solid ball that you can hold, and it remains as a solid ball. This thing is... Alright, I'm going. It tastes nice. It tastes lovely. Maybe a little bit sweet. There might be a bit too much sugar in there. But I like sweet things. Right, I'm going. My mind's all over the place. I'm getting distracted. I'm cleaning the surface while I'm talking to you. I'm going. This video is over. Subscribe for more disasters in the kitchen. My next video, oh my god. You don't even know what my next kitchen video is going to be. I might not even make it. I've bought the ingredients, but after today's experience of epic disaster, I think I don't know if I can face making the next video. Alright. I'm going to turn the camera off before I have a complete mental breakdown. Okay, alright, bye. I think I've figured out what I've done wrong. Basically, when my mum wrote down the recipe, this would have been in the early 70s she wrote this down. She wrote down plain chocolate. I interpreted plain chocolate to mean basic chocolate, which is why I bought dairy milk, because I thought that's about as basic as you can get. This was wrong. When she wrote down plain chocolate, apparently that meant dark chocolate. Because apparently that's what dark chocolate was called in the 70s, was plain chocolate. I didn't know that, which is why I bought the wrong stuff. Which is why it's basically ridiculously sweet and hasn't set. If I'd bought the dark chocolate, apparently it has to be a minimum of 70% cocoa, didn't say that in the recipe, then it would have worked. So if I'd bought dark chocolate, minimum 70% cocoa, the higher the cocoa the better, it wouldn't be as sweet and it should set. But I'm not going to make it again. It's just too much hassle. So I'm going to put this video together, stick it out. I don't even know if I should stick it out. I've put so much effort into this video now, making it and editing it, and I've spent so many hours on it. It's 10:30 now. I started this at 5:30. I've spent hours on this. I'm not going to just scrap this video at this point. So I'm still going to put it out. But I'm pretty fed up. Alright, bye. So this is the following day from the video you've just watched. This is my mixture here, which isn't set properly. However, I've consulted my mother again, and she says, try mixing it with this. Because this is quite bitter, so it will take away a lot of the sweet taste, and it should help to bind it. And it's kind of working. Look, I've got these here. Point this down. And yeah, it's a little bit messy at first to make, because I have to basically what I'm doing. So this is the gone wrong mixture, which has been in the fridge all night. It's now the following day, and this is basically where I'm mixing it together. So I've got some of this powder in here, cocoa powder, and basically I'm rubbing it all together, kneading it together, a bit like kneading a cake almost, and rubbing it together, rolling it into a ball in my hands, and then coating it in the powder again. And it's taking away a lot of the sweetness, and they're able to bind. So yeah, I think it might actually work.